Alright everybody, welcome back to another stream. We are live now with a tornado warning and a confirmed tornado now in Pottawatomie County, Kansas. This is a tornado confirmed by a storm chaser here. This tornado is going to be right off to the west of Blaine, Kansas. So if you're included in this tornado warning, seek shelter immediately on the lowest floor of a sturdy building and away from windows. Again, this is a confirmed tornado now on the ground in Pottawatomie County. This tornado warning going out for portions of Pottawatomie and Marshall counties, okay? So, again, your tornado being near Blaine right now, alright? I'm going to go and get stream chat up here, but it is on the ground, Kevin. It is an observed warning here. So, again, everybody needs to be seeking shelter immediately. Again, this just got upgraded to an observed warning just a few minutes ago here. So this is a weather spotter confirmed tornado and a storm chaser confirmed tornado. Again, this is, I believe, our first confirmed tornado of the day. I know the same cell produced a tornado further off to the west, but I believe that is, I don't think it's the same tornado, but I mean, it's the same supercell. It happened just minutes away from each other, so it's basically the same tornado there. So let me go ahead and update the stream title. Alrighty. So, let's see here. Yeah, it does mention that it lifted for 5 minutes, but it could be back on the ground, and they're just putting the observe tag on it, I think, to be safe at this point. Because, again, I mean, look at that. That definitely could still be on the ground there. So, again, if you're in this area, we need you to seek shelter. The same cell produced the tornado a little bit further to the northwest, but it kind of had a velocity handoff here. So now we've got strong rotation near Blaine. No sort of debris signature or anything, but again, we're just going to treat this like a tornado on the ground since it does have the observed tag on it. We do have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect for portions of Kansas, Missouri, Nebraska, and Iowa. Got a big slight risk of severe weather driven by a 5% tornado risk. And we definitely could see a few tornadoes today. Pretty dangerous setup here, especially for portions of northeast Kansas and southeastern Nebraska. So give me 1 minute here. Let me check out something. I'm just looking to see if we've had any tornadoes today, other than this one, because I don't think that we have. I think this is our first observed tornado warning of the day. And yes, it looks like I would be correct on that there. So, we'll keep watch of this as it evolves here, because I mean, this supercell doesn't look like it's over anytime soon. Read as the storm, beautiful structure, by the way, and I don't see anything. My sign is if he starts yelling big time tornado, yeah. So, again, tornado would be oh my gosh, that was a bad voice crack. Tornado would be located right in here off to the west of Blaine at this point. This would be going right into Blaine. Corey Gherkin and Vince Welte, I mean, they've got to be careful. They are right about to get hit by this thing if it is on the ground, and it could be a rain rat tornado, so don't go outside and try to look for this thing. Just get to your tornado safe spot. Feeds aren't loading. Not a great signal area. So again, if you're just now tuning in, tornado just reported to be on the ground as of several minutes ago in Pottawatomie County, Kansas. This is moving towards the Blaine area. Again, if you're included in this tornado warning, you need to run to shelter. Again, if you're in Blaine, you've just got, I mean, a couple minutes, maybe even only, a few seconds. So, please, just get to your safe spot as soon as possible. Again, extremely dangerous storm here that has a history of producing a tornado and is also producing hail up to quarter size. Let's go and update the warning counter here. Yeah, hopefully we got people watching from this area. Again, first confirmed tornado of the night. And I do think that we're going to be here for a little bit because we've got, again, a pretty intense severe weather setup for today. We've got a lot of cape, some decent wind shear. All in all, just kind of this classic summertime setup here for severe storms and tornadoes. We do also have some broad rotation on this storm near Tecumseh and Elk Creek in southeastern Nebraska. So if you're in that area, I'd be watching out. That storm does have a severe thunderstorm warning associated with it. But, again, this storm definitely could produce another tornado here, so we gotta be careful. I mean, these storm chasers are too close for comfort. Oh, look at that. It's so blurry, you can't see anything. Definitely a lowering. Very clearly. Okay. So again, if we do have a tornado, it'd be right in there, but it looks like we don't have one on the ground, but we do have a lowering there of sorts. For sure. Oh my gosh, I do not like the look of this. Okay. Lots of scud. Yes, very high precipitation supercell. Very high. And again, we're seeing some hail with this. I mean, we could legitimately deal with a hail-wrapped tornado here, which is a funny thing to say, but I mean, it's true. Oh my goodness. You can see the rotation on this storm in real time. I think it was a brief wedge tornado that touched down. It really could have been. I mean, this does, again, this looks like a extremely dangerous supercell. I do not like the environment that this thing is in. If we take a look at the HRRR here, I mean, let's just look at the Cape. That should tell us everything we need to know here. I mean, look at this. We are talking about up to 5,000 joules per kilogram of Cape in this region, which is much higher than the forecasted amount. We were thinking 3,000 in spots. But no, we are in 5,000 Cape territory here, which is easily enough to see big-time tornadoes, extreme damaging winds, and some very large hail as well. But again, those, oh my gosh, this supercell looks very nasty, guys. Extremely nasty indeed. Again, if you're in this area, we need you to get to your safe spot as soon as possible. This definitely could produce a large tornado here if it's not currently. And again, that would be right near Blaine right now on the north side of town over Highway 99. Again, that one frame where it was on Vince Welty's stream, that was crazy. Freddie McKinney has a rotating wall cloud. Okay. Yeah, again, I mean, that's one of the more concerning cells that we've seen so far today. In fact, it's the most concerning. I'd go as far to say that. Again, this has at least produced one brief tornado. Tornado for about 5 minutes before roping out. And there we go. They extended the tornado warning. So new tornado warning now going out. This is for southeastern Marshall, southwestern Nemaha, and northeastern Pottawatomie counties in northeast Kansas. Seek shelter immediately. They do have this radar indicated, but again, guys, we could see a tornado with this at any second. This storm has also been upgraded now to ping pong ball-sized hail, which is not surprising in the slightest. So again, I mean, I don't like the look of the velocities here, especially. Oh, wow. Big lowering. Oh, my gosh. If only there were better signal out here. It's just not good. Corey Gherkin? Nope. Again, this could definitely produce a large tornado. And again, I mean, we're seeing it right now in live time. This is not good. And this is just to the north of Westmoreland, where we had that drill bit EF3 just a couple months ago. We just got good signal, but you're not seeing much on his view. He must just not be facing the right direction, because we have an insane storm. And now we have a destructive severe thunderstorm warning in Kansas. This is in central Kansas here. This is a destructive severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern McPherson County. Seek shelter immediately. We are expecting damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour to be a possibility with this storm. So you need to get on the lowest floor of a sturdy building, get away from windows. The storm did knock out power, it looks like, in a couple counties here. Stafford County and then whatever this county is here that Lyons is in. Yeah, it's definitely trying, Kevin. I mean, there's no doubt about that. Again, if you're just now tuning in, potentially large tornado trying to develop with a supercell near Blaine, Kansas. Has a history of producing at least one tornado. It's insane. So, again, previously confirmed tornado, now down to radar indicated with this storm. And again, I don't see any signs of this stopping anytime soon. It's semi-discreet. It's in an area that has 5,000 joules per kilogram of CAPE, which is an absolutely ridiculous amount. It just got hit by a cell merger. It is really concerning me here, guys. Again, look at that massive velocities over Blaine. This is not good. Yeah, I mean, if we see any other cells develop out here, we could easily see another tornado as well because of just how favorable this environment is. Again, our CAPE values are way higher than the forecasted amount. I think if the SPC knew that we were going to have this much CAPE, they honestly might have boosted us to an enhanced risk. Maybe even driven by a 10% tornado risk, which sounds crazy, but, I mean, I think that, they probably would have done that. Yeah, now, that risk wouldn't be hatched or anything, but still. Anyway, I don't know why I'm playing out this hypothetical scenario. What Corey Gherkin's doing. I guess he's staying on the backside of the storm at this point. Okay, so now we do have an 80-mile-per-hour gust estimated by a train spotter as of 3 minutes ago, which is probably why they decided to issue this destructive severe thunderstorm warning. Even though it says radar indicated, sometimes they do that. So again, if you are in Galva, Canton, Mound Ridge, you gotta go. I mean, this is coming in now. Look at this gust front. This doesn't even look like a crazy storm. I mean, it's really going to be a brief punch of rain, but the wind is going to be absolutely insane for a few minutes. So again, these velocities have been extremely concerning for quite a while now. Again, quite contaminated and glitchy, but there's no doubt about it that there is rotation in here. If we see this, like, hook trying to develop here, if we see this push further out, that is going to be a bad sign. SRH has improved massively in this region. It's just waiting to drop. Again, I mean, we could definitely be here for a while, guys. This is not showing any signs of stopping anytime soon. And this is going to be heading through a relatively populated area as well. It's not super populated, but for Kansas, it's pretty populated over the next several minutes. So again, if you're in Wheaton, New Chattel, or Onaga, we need you to run to your safe spot. Again, extremely dangerous supercell trying to produce another tornado as we speak. Very strong velocities. No signs of an ongoing tornado, but again, all it takes is, you know, one more cell merger. It may not even need a cell merger, honestly, at this point. This is a very strong supercell. And again, the reason it's just now going crazy is because it's just now entering that environment where we have, you know, 5,000 joules per kilogram of CAPE. So, I mean, it's, again, if we look at this as well, if we look at the picture here, we can see over the next few hours, it's going to continue to travel through that area with significant CAPE values. You know, by 10 o'clock, the area that it's going to be in still has, you know, 4,300 joules per kilogram of CAPE. So even if it's decreased everywhere else, it doesn't matter. 4,300 joules per kilogram is the same, pretty much the same amount that it's in now. And it, again, produced a tornado. It tried to produce multiple tornadoes, maybe even a strong one. But it's, yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. So again, seeing an absolutely huge mess of velocities over Blaine right now. So we can kind of see that hook feature trying to head east-northeast. Let's see here. So the bulk shear and the first kilometer of the atmosphere here, again, very significant. Not quite as extreme as the Cape values, but still definitely enough to see severe storms and some big-time tornadoes get produced in this area. And again, we're already seeing that here with our tornado-warned supercell. If you're just now tuning in, a storm that has previously produced a tornado is now working its way through northeastern Pottawatomie County, trying to produce another tornado near Blaine and Wheaton. So again, if you're in this area, we need you to seek shelter immediately. No idea what's going on here on Vince's feed. Wow. Oh my goodness, it's kind of blurry, but you can very clearly see that. Oh my goodness. This is like the most incredible storm view we've seen in a long time, guys. Wow. I mean, you do not see that every day. You don't see that every week. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at that. Thank you, Kevin. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, I had to mute up real quick. I forgot to unmute. So again, that rotation, they're looking pretty concerning now as it enters Wheaton. And again, it keeps getting nudged by a bunch of cell mergers and handoffs are happening. So again, we need you to seek shelter anywhere in the polygon. That's why they've made it so big here, is because the area of concern keeps moving. Not just off to the east like it normally would, but north and south too. So this supercell is kind of part of a line of storms, but it looks like to me that it's trying to detach. Now, it's not doing a great job, and we're going to keep seeing these cell mergers bump into this storm, which could either give us a very dangerous situation where we see, you know, massive tornadoes get produced by this thing, or it could completely kill the cell entirely. Again, we don't know, which is why we got to keep watching this. But either way, I mean, right now, this is, again, the craziest looking storm I've seen in a long time. Again, this is insane. Absolutely insane shelf cloud. Again, this supercell is large and it's dangerous. Hold on, I'm gonna get a picture of this. That is like background worthy. Like computer background phone, like that's kind of what I'm talking about here. This is insane. Not what you want to see. Unfortunately, not that surprising, though. So again, we need everybody in this polygon to get to their safe spot right now. Because again, we really don't know what this cell is doing. it looks like to me, though, that it's trying its absolute hardest to produce a very strong tornado here. Again, if you're just now tuning in, a storm that previously produced a tornado further off to the northwest is now trying to produce another one near Blaine and Wheaton, Kansas. And again, it could be a large one. We have multiple storm chasers on this, several storm chasers on this, and again, this looks like it is going to be the storm of the day here. So, again, we need everybody to not walk, but run to shelter if you're in this tornado warning. Again, I'm not saying that to scare you, but I am saying it to prepare you, because
3 miles,
this is
Jiminy.
Supercell.
It's a lot closer than that.
Extremely dangerous. Whenever it interacts with this kind of environment, it does nasty things. Let's just put it that way. So again, big lowering. Big, clear lowering. Not anymore, now that it's all glitched out. But again, you can't expect the cell service to be absolutely perfect in rural Kansas. Oh my goodness. Look at how fast it's rotating. It's insane. Oh my gosh, that doesn't look real. This looks AI generated. That is insane. Again, rotating shelf cloud. That's insane. Again, this supercell is really concerning, guys. I mean, I cannot put it any other way than that, honestly. Now another 80-mile-per-hour gust estimate from a train spotter out of our McPherson storm, by the way, and that storm also has reports of downing power poles over highways, so travel's probably quite dangerous out here in this area right now. Again, I don't want to ignore this area, but I'm just shocked by what's going on up near Wheaton. Again, excuse me, extremely dangerous storm trying to produce a strong tornado right now. This is live time. This is real. This is not AI generated. This is not a past stream. This is right now. This is what we're seeing. Again, you do not see this very often, even in Kansas, you do not see something like this super often. Hold on, I gotta get another view of this. I'm sorry, guys.
Copy that. Alright, stream.
That is insane.
Oh my god.
Again, you can almost see the rotation lines.
Point at our wall cloud. I know it's blurry, there's water everywhere. It's dumping rain on top of me.
Wow.
Mothership Supercell.
Is that a missile cyclone? Dude, this is insane.
God, fuck my lightning in here. Is that coming down?
Again, this is a lot.
That could be. Hey, do you see this funnel appendage, guys? Kira's selling rain curtains and they're very suspicious.
We could have a tornado on the ground right now. Let's look from corner. Oh my goodness. I mean, it's frozen now, but from what I saw, that's ridiculous. Again, if you're just now tuning in, massive supercell right now about to produce a tornado near Wheaton, Kansas. It would be directly in the town of Wheaton right now if it was on the ground, pretty much.
That's that right there. This might be about to drop, honestly, guys. Oh god, like, I'm trying to get struck today.
This is a very windy
tornado sirens in the background. I am seriously concerned that this could be dropping something soon.
Wow.
Big time rotation going on up here. I'm gonna stop using that word. I hate it. We're gonna crouch down. I do not want to get struck. Look at the major rising motion up here. This is the bear's cage. We got our RFD rain curtains right back down here. They're wrapping around. They're gonna wrap back up into this thing.
I've said it like 50 times, but that's all I know how to say at this point, guys. It really is insane. So again, rotation would be right in this area now. I don't know if this is rotation up here or not, Kevin. That doesn't look like rotation. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, that is. Yeah, never mind. Never mind, my bad. Again, if you're just not tuning in, an extreme storm right now about to produce a potentially dangerous and life-threatening tornado near Wheaton, Kansas. This is a extremely dangerous storm right now. This is live what you're seeing. That
tornado sirens going.
Again, that doesn't even look real. Okay, tornado sirens are going off, luckily.
Keep going, bub. Don't want to stop here. Alright, rotation. There's a clear slot up there.
It almost seems like he's about to be inside of a tornado, literally.
Clear slot.
This is insane. It really is.
Alright, on the move.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to go. He cannot sit there for any longer. Brendan Kopic is... He's been on the northern part of this storm for a long time now. Again, that's insane. That is absolutely crazy. This is a ridiculously strong storm right now, guys. And the feeds keep going out again. I mean, rural Kansas, what do you expect? But... So let's go back down here to our McPherson storm for a second. Now past McPherson, trying to develop some rotation almost, it looks like, near Canton. So, again, the gust front way out ahead of this thing, past the severe thunderstorm warning at this point. If you're in Hillsborough, Durham, Gosell, I mean, it's getting windy as we speak, most likely. And if it's not, it's going to get windy very fast. So, again, please just get indoors at the very least. As that looks to be still a very dangerous storm there once again. What in the world is... Oh, my gosh. I am so sorry. Epilepsy warning, seriously. Is it still gonna do that? Yep. It's getting very windy here. Yeah, I mean, it is contaminated, it is. But again, there's no doubt that there's some rotation in there. No doubt at all. Again, if this storm hasn't produced a single tornado, at least very briefly, since that original report, that would surprise me. This has been an absolutely crazy supercell, guys. And it's this one spot that we're watching again. We are watching eastern Kansas back into southeast Nebraska right now. And that's it. That's the one spot in the country that we have to watch. We'd have a massive special weather statement up here in South Dakota, along with a severe thunderstorm warning. We had several severe warnings up here today in South Dakota, but it has not been anything nearly like what we're seeing here in Kansas. And by the way, tomorrow, yes, there will be a live stream. Before anybody asks me, just yes. Definitely going to be a live stream tomorrow, as we are expecting another severe weather outbreak to occur across portions of the Midwest. We have a slight risk of severe weather going out for 99.9% of Illinois, southeast Iowa, eastern Kansas, extreme eastern Kansas, 90% of Missouri, a sliver of western Kentucky, western Indiana, and southwestern Lake Michigan, driven by a damaging wind and large hail threat. And we honestly could see a hatched risk out of damaging winds or large hail. I wouldn't rule it out. And then also 2% tornado risk. That could get upgraded. I doubt it, though. Tomorrow seems mostly like a wind threat. We honestly could get an enhanced risk. We can't completely rule it out. I don't know how likely that is at this point, but I think we'll definitely get a hatched risk at the very least for damaging winds. Yeah, but I mean, just because there's a large 2% doesn't necessarily mean that we should get a 5%. Again, we're going to be expecting mostly a damaging wind threat tomorrow. Like, if we look here at the models, let's just quickly look at the HRRR. Wow, I did not realize we have this many people watching. If you're just not tuning in, make sure to like and subscribe. We do severe weather coverage every day, but anyway. Okay, the HRRR is just now loading in its new run, so let's look at the NAM. So the NAM, this is the 18Z. We are seeing some supercells, or not supercells, but some lines of storms here to get going later as we go into this evening, 8, 9, 10 p.m., right? That's kind of what we're dealing with right now, actually. But tomorrow morning, that line of storms is going to linger into portions of Illinois, Wisconsin, Missouri, and extreme southeast Kansas. Have a little bit of re-strengthening by the time it reaches eastern Illinois. All right, 11, noon, we're going to be expecting some damaging winds. But the main show tomorrow will actually be later into the evening time, where by 7 p.m. we are watching an extreme band of storms here, stretching all the way from southern Illinois back into northeastern Oklahoma to develop. And again, definitely produce damaging winds, and maybe an isolated tornado threat and large hail. So, let's go back to our storm here. Yeah, the storm is splitting, so, again, hopefully this is a sign of the final days here.
Right, like I said, I did post that to...
That's good news. Let me turn back on the day 1 outlook. And, by the way, day 3 we'll have a live stream out as well. I know it's only a marginal risk right now, but I can almost guarantee you we'll see a slight risk somewhere in this region. Again, across the Ohio River. Soon we're going to be getting better day 3 outlooks, which is really cool. On August 20th that starts. We get afternoon time updates. New severe thunderstorm warning. Some rotation southeast of Concordia, Kansas. Concordia is not going to see a drop of rain, though. It's going to stay off to the southeast of there, but you may see some lightning, hear some distant thunder, so just heads up there. We now have Hurricane Ernesto, no longer just a tropical storm. Expecting major hurricane status soon as it makes its approach towards Bermuda here. Hurricane watch is in effect for Bermuda. So, we're expecting it to remain a hurricane all the way back into the Newfoundland area. Yeah, I don't know. At this point, the cell looks to be mostly weakening, but again, you need to stay in your safe spot, especially in northeastern Pottawatomie County there. That's fun to say. Pottawatomie. Wow, look at that. Lots of scuddiness. Wow. That's insane. So, let's see here. Let's check up on our storm here that is destructive east of McPherson. Okay, it's now only considerable for 70-mile-an-hour winds near Canton. I just realized the warning counter is still on 2 tornado warnings. That is my bad. We've not had 2 tornado warnings for a while. Soon I want to make it so that that's a little bit, not more automatic, but at least that you guys can't see it. I don't have to exit the radar every time to do that, you know. But anyway. So again, this storm looks like it's had its day, and that day is over. It's kind of the bottom of the 9th for this storm's tornado threat. Does Reed really have a wall cloud? That's insane. Oh my gosh, look at Corey's feed. That is just a beauty. I'm sorry. I'm just doing a little bit of weather peeking, but that is... I'm taking a picture of that. No, don't blurry on me. That is the most beautiful storm structure I've seen in so long. Stop being blurry on me. You guys get the point. Look at that lightning. That was... Gosh. Dude, if this hit me, I would actually... That would be the best day of my life. No, it wouldn't. But that would be so fun. I've had crazier storms than this, though, in my area. Alright, yeah, the hook is done. Yep. That cell is not going to produce a tornado. They did... Oh, no, they didn't. What am I talking about? The Sphere Watch always went into Iowa and Nebraska. Yeah, we really did avoid a pretty dangerous situation. And there we go. The storm is now destructive once more. So, Hillsborough, we called you out a few minutes ago. You gotta get to your safe spot now. The wind is coming in. Marion, you gotta go. Lincolnville, you gotta go. Lost Springs, you are technically outside of this warning. It's gonna be a close call for you. But you may get some gusty winds. I would still get indoors at the very least. Depends on how far north that gust front makes it by the time it gets to you. Yeah, I don't know. Again, just get indoors to be safe. But again, everybody else in here needs to be getting to shelter. Hillsborough is probably seeing some extreme wind right now. Again, damaging winds up to 80 miles per hour in the small town of Hillsborough, Kansas, as we speak, if you're just not tuning in. This storm is continuing to produce significant power outages here. Wright and Wheaton, some rotation, maybe CC, I'm unsure. No, there's no CC. There's no tornado right now, but...
Your hair was sticking up, I was just...
So anyway... Again, Bermuda could definitely see a direct landfall from Ernesto. It's definitely possible. By the way, look at all the flood reports we got today from Puerto Rico. This is in the past 12 hours alone, I believe. That's crazy. And, you know, there's still obviously 3,600% of Miami-Dade County without power. They should really get that fixed. It's been like that since, like, Debbie happened. It wasn't even Debbie related. Okay, bye, Sai. Yeah, I don't know. We may honestly end off here soon. Because this destructive storm, while it is pretty intense, it's not really going through an area that's that populated. And the tornado warning storm, again, if that produces a tornado at this point, it would surprise me. So again, we'll be back tomorrow. May even get some storm footage tomorrow. It'll be tricky, though, because while the main band hits me, I'm going to be at school. I'm going to get the leftovers from what's going on right now. But yeah, big slight risk tomorrow, so we'll definitely be live in the evening time for that kind of re-sparking of the storms. But yeah. So, it's spinning. Yeah, I just don't think it's likely that this produces a tornado at this point. I think they'll probably let that tornado warning expire there. Vince Welty.
Nuggies!
Is it really rotating that badly still?
Oh my god, is that a tornado? I don't know if that's a tornado, but what the fuck is that?
What is that?
What the hell is that?
Wait till it gets back.
Hold on, guys. Is this a tornado? What the hell is it?
What is that? What is that? Is that a tornado? That may be at least a funnel cloud. Guys, I think we have a tornado on the ground. Well, maybe not. Dude, what is that? No, that's a tornado. That is definitely a tornado. We have a tornado on the ground in Kansas, everybody. That is definitely a tornado. Sorry for my voice cracks. That is definitely a tornado. There's no way. That's gotta be a tornado. At the very least, that is a funnel cloud. If that's a tornado, I don't know what Vince Welty's doing still standing out there. So they did extend the tornado warning. So Havensville, America City, Onaga, you need to get to shelter immediately. Again, possible tornado on the ground here. Likely tornado on the ground. This is an extreme situation, guys. That's a tornado. That is definitely a tornado. There's no way it's not. And that, oh my goodness. Okay, if you're just now tuning in, tornado now on the ground near Onaga, Kansas and Duluth, Kansas. That, is it not a tornado? You can see another stream. Do I need to check read speed? What is that, though?
Storm capable of producing this tornado located near Onaga, and it's moving east at about 20 miles an hour.
Is that really just an
It's moving
SLC?
into an environment still. It's in the environment
clouds.
that's somewhat favorable for tornadoes. It has a history of producing
that-
a pre-tornado northeast of Oldsburg. So we're going to continue this tornado warning until 8:45. Speak weather clear.
What is that? I know it's a scary looking cloud, but like, wait. That's wild. Well, yeah, I mean, even Vince Multi thought that was a tornado for a few minutes.
What is that?
This is the most confusing storm we've covered in a while, guys. What the heck?
I just did a switch, guys.
Are you sure
I don't
that's
know
an
what this
SLC?
is. Honestly, they hit the sirens again. I don't know if they reissued this or what. I don't know what that is.
Dude, what is that? No,
I don't
that
know what
looks
this is.
so much like a strong tornado. Stand still, Vince. Holy crap.
I don't know what that is. If that's Scud or what. I think it's...
It looks like it's corresponding with some versions on radar. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a funnel.
Okay.
That's insane. Oh, I don't think there's a CC. No, there's not.
Is here. It's right underneath where it should be. That's why I'm really confused by this. Nice shot!
That's insane. This is from Onaga. This is Brandon Kopic.
Pull off real quick
I mean, that's like the craziest, scary looking cloud I've ever seen.
We're looking northwest. There's town over there. I don't know what town, but there's town. There was definitely a funnel back in there, guys. That was a persistent lowering that looked like it was rotating. It's a couple miles back, so it's hard to see
So
rotation.
according
But
to Vince Welty, that was a funnel cloud.
to develop down in there somewhere. We've got the big storm, right? So we're looking west, and then we pan around to the north. This is our inflow band, inflow feeder band. That's that inflow that's horizontally condensing into this big sandwich, subway-shaped cloud here. Subway sandwich cloud. Back in there, we've got our wall cloud, which is where we were seeing
Since
that,
when is that
peculiar
described as a
sight.
subway sandwich cloud? Is this a subway sandwich cloud emergency? Is this a subway emergency? This is definitely a subway emergency right now, guys. Subway emergency right now. If you're just now tuning in.
There from here to here, that's our wall cloud. Real low hanger there, but it looks like just over those trees there might be a little bit of a dip in there. Not saying that this is about to produce a tornado or anything, but this thing does look like it could wrap up here. If it produces a tornado, we're probably gonna have to hop the fence and stand on them hay bales there to see over them trees. But
This is insane. Vince Welty is so obviously a Midwesterner. Reed's not even a mile from the hook. Subway emergencies are very severe. Yes, they are. You hate when you have a subway emergency. So, again, if you're just not tuning in, subway emergency for Onaga, Kansas. Wonder if Onaga even has a subway. Does anybody actually know where Vince Welty lives? Does he live in Wisconsin? That's what it says here, and I'd believe that. I would 1000% believe that.
I think I'm like a mile, maybe a mile.
No, I'm not north of town.
here?
South, I'm looking to town.
well, either way, that's my point.
Reed says trying to touch down on the left side. I'm not gonna lie, Vince Welty is kind of arrogant. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Reed says it may already be on the ground. Bro, what? It would be up here at this point. North of Duluth. Or no, that doesn't match up with the hook echo. Oh, wait. We need to wait for the next reflectivity scan. For some reason, the velocity scan came in first. That never happens. I mean, it happens sometimes, so not often.
But it's bringing that warm, moist air ahead of the storm. We're looking off to the north, right? So it's coming back up into there. There's our updraft. You can see, probably not on stream, but there is spin. Counterclockwise.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good guy, but he is kind of arrogant. Anyway. Let's see here. So, possibly a tornado on the ground near Duluth, Kansas. No sort of CC drop or anything, but there's not much for it to pick up out here, to be completely fair. Kevin, you got any updates? I mean, Brandon Kopic is driving into it. Holy crap. So this is what it looks like. 430 SRH.
Part of the storm here that's rotating. It is the entire storm. So when we look at radar, those reds and greens, the two in the from, imagine that we are the radar site right now. We are the radar site.
Difference. I am legitimately in shock. Guys, these are two storm chasers that are about 2 to 3 miles apart. Okay, this is insane. This is absolute insanity.
But back to what I was saying. If we were the radar site right now, shooting a radar beam into this thing, we've got all this stuff going that way, right? That would be our toward. That would be our away from the radar. All this over here coming at us, that would be our coming... Wait a minute. Sorry. Back up. I said toward and away. It doesn't make any sense. That would be our away. That'd be our going away from the radar. You see how it's all going this way? big circle, it's going that way, right? And we're still scanning this way. All
Oh
this
my
stuff over here
gosh,
coming at
look
us
at
would be
Brandon
our
Kopic.
R2. So you can visualize how this is just a big carousel, a big circle, and that's all that radar is seeing is a huge circle. And and when we're looking at it on that spatial scale of a couple kilometers or a couple hundred meters, right, we're seeing, and you have those tightnesses. If you have that away and that two really close together, that means that circulation's really tight. Right there, possibly a new wall cloud developing here. That's that scud that was rising up off the ground. Big.
Guys, it's okay. It is 8 o'clock, but it's not
back here. This right here
Look
could
at
still
the
be our main wall
difference.
cloud. That could just be scud. But I wouldn't be surprised if this thing does some sort of a handoff.
I don't even know how that's possible. I'm gonna be honest with you. That is insane. That is actually crazy. Hold on. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna bring both of them up.
Watching, folks, and see what happens.
Dude, how does Brandon Kopic only have 90 people watching him? That is an incredible view for only 90 people.
I don't have much of a visual at all. It looks like our wall cloud is back here, that big black mass. Radar is somewhat unimpressive.
That lightning was crazy.
I'm near Onaga.
Where is this at?
Onaga,
This is in
Onaga.
Kansas. So this is in northeast Kansas.
I believe
near
that's
Onaga.
that town over there.
And this storm is moving off to the east. It's going to be approaching
Wow,
Fulton and
folks,
Wetmore.
this is a hell of a storm. This might be the storm of the year for us on this channel. Being able to just stand out here and enjoy this. Even though the stream quality is kind of crap right now. It's getting dark.
So what is
It's
Corey
definitely gone from my perspective. Is that it's heavily
The
wrapped
sirens
in
aren't even
rain.
going off in Onaga at this point. I mean, the storm's going to go north of Onaga, but still. Okay. I don't... That's insane, though. Again, the difference... These guys are, like, 3 miles apart.
I think I could see that squall behind
That's
it.
insane.
Or that cell
Like 2.5
behind it
miles
coming in
apart.
as well. And we actually it just got dead calm here, so I agree. I think we're about to get some sort of influence. Big conveyor belt of scud going up into that now.
Yeah, if you look down the boundary, it's just like every storm is spinning on that boundary, and they're about to collide with this one. So
Let's get an update on our east central Kansas storm near Hillsboro. Reed mentions very low cloud bases. Yeah, I mean,
I tell you what, it takes a hell of a lot to be out here
Definitely not
standing
wrong.
underneath this thing, showing this to you folks. And we don't do this begging for money crap on this channel. Like, this ain't CNN. Okay, maybe CNN doesn't do that, but
okay. I don't think we're going to tune into Vince anymore. We are not getting political. That is really concerning, though. Seriously, guys. That is insane. Again, this is one of the craziest I mean, it is a tornadic storm, but it's not producing a tornado right now. For a storm not producing a tornado, this is like the craziest we've seen in a while. And I say that a lot, but just the view of this one's insane.
I think it's going to, but here, folks. I don't really have a good look at chat, but I'm sure it's being asked. I don't know. This might produce. I think it's
Yeah, that's crazy. 430 SRH. You don't see that every day. Very dark skies indeed, Kevin. We actually could see some flash flooding into northwestern Missouri. if these storms produce extreme rain quick enough. Same thing with this here in Kansas. Like, it's not a ton of rain. I mean, it is a lot, but it's not like an insane amount. But the fact that it's falling so fast, it's going to feel like an insane amount. And it is pretty crazy, but I'm saying it's like not as much as we would usually have for a flash flood warning. I don't know about that, Kevin, but yeah, I mean, this storm has definitely been trying for a long time. And it has gotten so close. And again, it's produced at least once. So, again, we need you all to seek shelter if you're in this tornado warning polygon right now. Immediately. These guys remind me of 2011. El Reno 2011, 2013. I mean, yeah.
Probably gonna have to
I
move
don't know why there's
and
only
get
5
through
people
town.
watching. Yeah, I mean, this isn't a huge channel, but this is definitely a pretty crazy storm. I really need to just stop using the storm chaser feeds. I forget that I actually can't do that. I really need to stop. Protect the copyright and everything, but I mean, sometimes it's, you know, a little too crazy. And, you know, in a context of a reaction, I think that I actually would be legally able to use little snippets of their streams, but I'm not going to play into I really just need to stop using the streams. Anyway. I mean, obviously they're not gonna, like, copyright me or anything, but it's just not right, you know? Yeah, we could definitely see a tornado drop.
Sweat it, honestly. Now, if he's acting like it bothers...
I just said I need to stop doing that. Okay. Let's at least look at the camera here from Dragon Nation. Those school buses. Is this a school? I never knew that, because I've never looked at this camera during the school year, during the school day. That's weird. Are you just pulling in on the wall cloud? I mean, this has been a storm that a lot of these chasers have been playing around with. I mean, they are pretty crazy for this. Almost clicked on it again. Need to stop, because I can't do that. Yeah, I don't know if you hear that in the background, but those are not guns firing in real life. My parents are watching a TV show. Just in case, I don't know if the stream picked that up, but it was very loud, so just in case anybody's concerned. Developing an inflow notch south of Wheaton. Yeah, it's insane. It really is. That's the only word that we can use to properly describe this storm here. We've been watching this for an hour. We've been watching this same cell for an hour now. By the way, our line of storms here is not nearly as impressive as it was. The gust front's completely gone as well. We were getting reports of 60 to 65 mile per hour winds from Canton. And that sounds like a lot, but remember, it was previously producing 80, so it's good to see that this is weakening out. What was that? I don't know what that was. Hold on, chat. Give me just a second here. We're going to make sure everything's okay. I don't want to get hacked or something midstream. I don't know what that was. Oh. Is it just a software update available? I think it's just a software update. If somebody... No, I'm not going to make you guys do this. I'm going to go back myself and check the message. Well, I'll bring the stream back up in just a second here, guys. I just want to make sure that wasn't anything bad. I'm going to play this in quarter speed. Give me 1 minute here, guys. I have my settings pulled up, and that has some personal information there, so I don't want to leak that on stream, obviously. Come on. I'm trying to find the part of the stream where it happened. I doubt it's anything, but sometimes, you know, they get a little sneaky with it nowadays. A message like that is all that it takes for, all it takes. That's the only notice that we get. Oh my gosh, I don't even see it popping up on the stream whenever I look back. Hold on, guys, I'm so sorry. Yo, what was that? What was that? I'm watching this back in quarter speed again. Even in quarter speed, it went by so fast. I'm so sorry. Give me 1 minute here. Nothing's going on significant with the storm anyway. We're not getting any new radar scans or anything, so... Come on. Verifying Google Updater. Hold on, I'm trying to do my best here to make sure that this isn't anything I need to be worried about. Sorry. Okay. I think I'm fine. Alright. I just want to make sure that wasn't something bad, because yeah. Alrighty. Sorry about that, everybody. Just trying to make sure that we can stay safe and secure. Alrighty. Wow. So that happened fast. South of Wheaton now, strong rotation. Holy crap.
On the storm behind this one.
Trying to copy some kind of original area rotation here. Not original, but the area rotation we had before this one. So again, that's your area rotation there. As of the most recent scan, now it'll be in this area. South of Highway 16, southwest of Duluth, southeast of Wheaton. Alrighty. So still some very, very minimal amount of rotation there. I kind of figured it was going to be weakening out, though, because on the most recent reflectivity scan, the hook's not as defined there, obviously. Potential CC? I doubt it. Nah. Well, no, the storm in South Dakota is a whole separate thing. We still have the line of storms here in South Dakota. In fact, that is a crazy line there. I don't know how we only have one special weather statement on that. No other alerts. It goes across the entire state of South Dakota, pretty much. North to south-wise, anyway. It is literally a 220-mile line of storms there. The scan was delayed. You're good. You're good. Alrighty. So, chat. This storm is not doing anything. It's been trying for so long, and it's not doing anything. And that may change, and if it does, we will come back briefly. But for right now, we're going to end things off here because, unfortunately, now I am in school. I know it's a womp womp. But I've got to start going to bed earlier, so... I'm not going to go to bed right now, but I want a little time to check up on social media and stuff before I do, so we're going to end things off here. I want to thank you all for watching. Again, if this was, like, during the summer, I would be on for, 2-3 more hours. Not that long, but for quite a while. So anyway, thank you all for tuning in, and I will see you guys all in the next stream. Peace. I said it too early.